Laffey II is an ultra-rare destroyer from the Eagle Union and is part of the Allen M. Sumner class of destroyers. She's only available from the event shop for 200 or 300 Bun UR vouchers during the Light Chasing Sea of Stars event, which runs from the 21st of December 2023 to the 3rd of January 2024. Laffey II was launched from the Bath Iron Works on the 21st of November 1943, commissioned on the 8th of February 1944, decommissioned on the 30th of June 1947, recommissioned on the 26th of January 1947, decommissioned again and stricken on the 9th of March 1975, and now serves as a museum ship at Patriots Point in South Carolina. She's directly next to Yorktown II. Laffey II did the usual tasks an American destroyer did in the Second World War. Here are her more interesting exploits. On the 3rd of June 1944, she departed for Normandy for Operation Overlord, escorting tugs, landing craft, and 2 Dutch gunboats, later successfully bombarding gun emplacements on the 9th of June 1944. Pursued and broke the formation of E-boats that torpedoed USS Nelson on the 12th of June. During the bombardment of Cherbourg-Octeville with Bombardment Group 2 on the 25th of June, she was hit above the waterline by a ricocheting shell, which did little damage due to it not exploding. However, USS Barton and USS O'Brien were hit. Left for the Pacific Theater and joined the screening force of Task Force 38 on the 5th of November. Rescued an injured Japanese pilot who parachuted from his plane on the 11th of November, and transferred him to Enterprise. On the 15th of April 1945, she was assigned to Radar Picket Station 1, which was located 48 kilometers north of Okinawa, and downed 13 Japanese aircraft. On the 16th, the Japanese sent roughly 50 planes to attack. At 8:30 a.m., an Aichi D-3A Val reconned near Laffey and quickly retreated when fired at. Soon after, 4 more Vals dived at Laffey. 3 got shot down while the 4th escaped. 2 Yokosuka D-4Ys appeared, with both being shot down and the second's bomb going off in the water and injuring the right side's gunners. 8:42 a.m. Another Val makes a slight hit against her deck before crashing, with another Val crashing into one of Laffey's 40mm guns on the left side, killing 3 and destroying some 20mm guns and 2 40mm guns, while also setting their magazine on fire. Yet another Val hit her rear 5-inch gun mount, igniting the powder magazine, destroying the gun and causing a huge fire. Another dropped a bomb on her rear to disable Laffey's rudder, killing several, followed by another Val and D-4Y, which hit Laffey's left side. That is 9 D-3A Vals and 3 D-4Ys. After getting support from some FM-2 Wildcats from USS Shamrock Bay and later Marine F-4U Corsairs, one of Laffey's AA guns hit and shot down a Ki-43 Oscar, causing it to hit her mast and crash into the water, with the Corsair that was following it also crashing into Laffey's mast and then into the water. The 10th Val hit another of Laffey's 40mm AA gun mounts, killing all its gunners, with the final Oscar being shot down by her AA guns. Laffey, all in all, managed to survive despite being hit and damaged by 4 bombs, 6 kamikazes, and multiple strafing runs that killed 32 and wounded 71. Her captain, Commander Frederick Beckton, is quoted as saying in response to comms officer Lieutenant Frank Manson if they should abandon ship, quote, "No, I'll never abandon ship as long as a single gun will fire," with a nearby lookout adding on, "and if I can find one man to fire it." In her character art, Laffey II wears a very loose-fitting white and navy blue dress that she wears below her shoulders and has 2 straps which connect to a white choker to hold her dress up. Long sleeves that go past her hands, a light blue ribbon that stems from a bunny-shaped clip, white thigh highs with blue garters, blue headband with a bunny pin on it, blue hair ribbons, and white bunny slippers. Her rigging consists of 2 armatures that stem from her lower back and flank either side of her. Directly behind her is a blue hologram in the shape of a bunny, as well as 2 white drones with robotic bunny ears. The armatures on her left and right have white wings with black accents, some blue holographic screens, and white double-barreled naval cannons. Underneath her left foot is a torpedo with some kind of holographic rings around a wisdom cube underneath it. Her live 2D outfit for the event is called Sleepy on a Busy Day, and is available from the skin shop for 1,180 gems, or for rental for the cost of one rental ticket. In the outfit, Laffey II wears a dark blue bunny suit, white and blue hooded sweater with a bunny drawstring and tufts around the cuffs, white bunny ears, a bunny charm on the suit, dark blue ribbons tying up her hair, white stockings with bunny patterns on them, and high-heeled shoes. Behind her is a curved sofa with a few throw pillows, a manju with a bow tie and toothpick, some tables with menus and glasses, and a wall that has a neon sign and some photo frames. In her voice lines, voiced by Maria Naganawa, who also voices Kana Kamui in Dragon Maid, Komeko in Konosuba, Platelet in Cells at Work, Nazuna Hiwatashi in Brand New Animal, Celia in Don't Hurt Me My Healer, Shizuka Yoshimoto in 100 Girlfriends, Sign in Shield Hero, Sig MCX in Savage 99 and Girls Frontline, Natsu Yutori in Blue Archive, Mary Anning in FGO, Biscuit in Nikkei, and Hyo Hyo in Star Rail. Laffey II is low energy, much like her original form.
Wow. ラフィー、やる気満々で準備万端。変わったのは偽装で、ラフィーじゃない。だから指揮官、この耳も本物の耳じゃないから、触らないで。ラフィー、たっぷりねんねしたから元気。多分。指揮官は、指揮官。ラフィーを起こして。なんかよ。ラフィー、やる気がないように見える。そんなことない。ラフィー、やる気満々。ふぅ。ふぅ。委託組、帰ってきた。指揮官、もう知ってた？じゃあ、ラフィーは戻って寝ろ。つまり、もう少しねんねしてても、いい？指揮官。ふわーい。おかえり。ふぅ。ふぅ。偽装に座って、学園まで飛んで行きたかった。でも結局歩いた。ラフィー、歩かないで乗れるものがいい。ラフィー、強くなったように見える。偽装に座ったまま寝れるから。違う？ラフィーは心配しなくても大丈夫。寝てても体は警戒態勢。新しい任務が届いた。指揮官、お仕事の時間。ラフィーも
At level 125 with max affinity and enhancements, Laffey II has 2,649 HP, 153 firepower, 403 torpedo, 274 AA, 248 reload, 274 evasion, light armor, 40 speed, 240 accuracy, 95 luck, 226 anti-sub, and consumes 12 oil. Laffey II has 3 skills and an AoA, with the skills focusing on buffing herself. Laffey II's first skill, Ready, Raring, and Motivated, at level 10, gives Laffey II plus 10% firepower and torpedo. At the start of battle and every 20 seconds after, Laffey II summons 2 Bunny Strikes for 15 seconds. The Bunny Strikers inherit their stats from Laffey II and attack independently with their own weapons. Every 12 seconds, there is a 70% chance to conduct a radar marking that targets up to 3 enemies, reduces their AA and aviation by -6%, and triggers a special barrage. When radar marking, every bunny striker afloat gives Laffey II 1 stack of fighting spirit, with each stack giving Laffey II plus 2% damage and increases the radar marking proc chance by plus 6%, up to a max of 5 stacks, so plus 10% damage and plus 30% proc chance for a total of 100% proc chance. I'm unaware if these stacks carry over to the next battle or not. This raises her stats to, without equipment or other skills, 168 firepower and 443 torpedo. Her second skill, Bun Bun Scout, at a level 10, when Laffey II is equipped with a piece of Eagle Union equipment, she gets a special AA barrage and takes -20% less aviation damage. For every 2 planes shot down in the AA circle, she gains plus 10% AA to a max of 3 stacks or plus 30% AA and a stack of Fighting Spirit. When a total of 9 planes have been shot down in the AA circle, Eagle Union ships in the main fleet regenerate plus 1 detection a second until the end of battle. If the flagship of the fleet Laffey II is in is an Eagle Union ship, 10 seconds after this effect triggers, their detection gauge is cleared. This clearing can only happen once per battle. This raises her stats to, without equipment or other skills, 356 AA. Her third skill, Fiercer When Cornered, at level 10, reduces the burn damage Laffey II takes by -15%. Every time Laffey II takes damage greater than 10% of her current HP from one attack, she gains 1 stack of Motivation or Fighting Spirit, and said attack's damage will not exceed 10% of Laffey II's current HP. The damage reduction from this skill will reach its maximum when Laffey II is at 25% HP or below. When Laffey II receives fatal damage, she evades it and generates a barrier that can absorb 15% of her max HP, 397 HP, with this only triggering once per battle and proccing before the Eagle Union damage control equipment. While the barrier is active, every time the main fleet launches an airstrike, she heals for 2% of her max HP. The barrier is removed after 5 of these heals, 10% of her max HP, 265 HP, are triggered. Her AOA looks like this, and is procced every 10 times she fires her main guns. The firing pattern is very parallel, and works best when focusing on one ship, though you may be able to spread the shots and damage out if you move Laffey II up and down. The torpedoes may force you to launch them closer to the enemy as well to make sure that they hit. The recommended equipment for Laffey II is the twin 100mm Type 98 Kai high-angle gun mount for a gun with low reload and great DPS against light and heavy armor enemies. The 533mm Mark 35 torpedo mount quad consecutive launch for a piece of Eagle Union equipment that's also not terrible when it comes to homing torpedoes. The twin 57mm L60 Bofors for the best general use AA gun with high DPS, the repair toolkit for more survivability and passive healing, the Intel Report Arctic Stronghold for a good auxiliary equip for a gun-focused ship, which I believe Laffey II is given how many barrages she has, and the dual swords for a buff to firepower, evasion, and the chance to do a slash attack. Laffey II's name of the game is AA and survivability. Despite how complex her skills appear to be on the surface, they essentially boil down to all giving her some sort of buff to her stats, typically AA or taking less damage in some way, shape, or form, with her first skill giving her 2 summonables, a debuff for enemies, and a barrage. Second skill gives an AA barrage, a buff to her main fleet ships and their detection gauge, and her third skill is similar to Juno's retrofit first skill in the sense that it reduces the damage she takes and stops her from dying when taking fatal damage, but it doesn't heal like Juno's does. The cons are similar to Guam, with the first and major of them being availability. Not only is she limited to this event, but she is a shop ship where you need to obtain the special currency to buy her from the shop, with in my opinion, a poor exchange rate from the standard event currency, but she is a UR ship, so I guess it makes sense. There's also the cost to raise and limit break her, requiring the UR bullens to do so, with these UR bullens mainly being available through the Proto shop at the cost of 4,000 special cores, which you can only get a max of 5,000 monthly, meaning that it will take you up to roughly 4 months to fully limit break Laffey II. And finally, we have competition from both Guam and Retrofit San Diego for being an AA-focused Vanguard ship, with San Diego being more focused on AAA than the others, while Guam can tank, have AA, and buff others, not focusing on herself. Overall, I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing either both Laffey II and or Juno in PvP Vanguard fleets, given how Laffey II's third skill makes her take less damage, stops her from dying once, heals her for every airstrike launched, and puts up a barrier around her. That's not to say she's bad in PvE, as she's really good over there, and if you just want to absolutely obliterate planes, maybe try putting her in the same fleet as like Guam and San Diego. Anyways, overall, highly recommend building Laffey II and using her in a PvE fleet or in a PvP fleet with Juno and Perseus or other fast launching and or healing carriers, if you just absolutely want to piss off the other player in the PvP match. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates, and please check out my other videos covering the Light Chasing Sea of Stars event for Azur Lane.